and in the West, to say to them, you are dealing with the last colonialist project, and as bizarre as it sounds, even in the 21st century, this colonialist project employs the same tactics of colonialism in the 19th century. And I think that every decent person in the West, like in the time of colonialism, would not stand on the side of colonialism. But you have to clean your language. You have to clean your mind, and you have to think that it's totally irrelevant what people say about what you say. It doesn't matter what they say. They will regard you as anti-Semitic even if you support the two-state solution. Because it means you don't support the two-state solution as they understand it. Because you don't understand the problem. You think that this two-state solution is a sovereign, independent state over the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. No, you don't understand it. The state for the Palestinians are two Bantustans, divided to 12 in the West Bank, contained in a concentration camp in Gaza, has no connection between it, has a little municipality in Ramallah which would be called the government. This is a state. And if you don't understand that this is a state, it shows that you still have to learn about the complexity of the country. Now, colonialism is one message from the past that we should accept and we should deal with. And we should recruit the veteran as well as the younger cohorts of activists to work for something which universally should be very easy to recruit people for. The fight against colonialism. The fight against the idea that someone from the outside has the right to demolish the life of people in the inside. And they have done it in 1882, they have done it in 1948, and they have done it yesterday in the Nakab or in the West Bank, and they're going to do it next week if we will continue to talk about peace negotiations, two-state solutions, all kinds of irrelevant concepts that have nothing to do with the realities on the ground. The second concept from the past, which I think we should insist on conveying to people, whether we try to protest against something that Israel is doing today, or whether we will commemorate in January what Israel had done in the Gaza Strip, or when we commemorate in May the crime that Israel committed in 1948. And this is the ethnic cleansing. It is a concept that was developed, of course, in the 1990s more clearly because of what happened in the Balkan Wars. But even before that, this was regarded by the international community as an unacceptable ideology and policy. Only genocide is regarded by the international community as worse than ethnic cleansing. And quite often the two are interconnected, as we can see in other places and as we can see in Israel and Palestine. When you are allowed to pursue a policy of ethnic cleansing, don't be surprised if these perpetrators would one day move to genocide. Because in both cases, you have to totally dehumanize the people you are expelling or massacring. Even if they are children, they have to be totally dehumanized. And anybody who lived in Israel long enough, as I did, knows that the main corruption of people through the military service is the total dehumanization of the Palestinians. That's why a soldier, when he sees a Palestinian baby, he doesn't see a baby. He sees a potential enemy. And the road from kicking out the baby from the house or killing the baby is not very long. And I think that the message of ethnic cleansing is the message of criminalizing not the policies of the State of Israel, but criminalizing the state of Israel. And we should do this. We should do this because only a fascist approach to life would say that in every historical condition, a state and a country is the same thing. No, it is not. Sometimes the state is the worst thing that can happen to a country. And the worst thing that happened to Palestine is the state of Israel. And if we want to make the country of Palestine a place where people could live as equals, in fact live in many ways better than in other parts of the Middle East, maybe even better in some parts of Europe, is to bring the country back at the expense of the state. And I know this is not easy, and this is not about questioning the right of a state to exist. We are individuals, we are activists, we don't have the power to challenge the right of states to exist. We cannot eliminate states. Israel has the power to eliminate states. We don't have the power to eliminate states. What we have is a moral power to say to people that the kind of state that you have founded and the kind of state that you are maintaining is destructive to the country in which you exist.